first grade. We have been working a lot on two-syllable words and how to mark them, and I wanted to continue a little bit with that today. So what we're going to do is start off by looking at some words that have closed syllables, two syllables with closed syllables. And then we're going to look at some that have the vowel consonant E syllable. And it's really important to be on the lookout for that E, because that changes the way we say the word. So sometimes as you look at the beginning of the word, you also want to look at the end of the word and see if maybe there's an E there that's going to change the vowel sound. So here are some of the words that we did before. You remember we split it into two pieces. We even look for words that we might recognize. So you see the word in, and then over here if we tap it out, insist is the way we would say that. Here there's four vowels together and two of them make a digraph, so we want to keep those two together. So we end up with this word back, which you might have recognized right away, and stop. So we put it together, we have back, stop. Over here we have two consonants in the middle. We're going to split between those two consonants. We have a vowel on each syllable. So we say the first syllable first, web. And then down here we have, actually this is called a prefix, and it's the prefix un, which is the opposite of whatever the word is. So un, and then over here zip, unzip, it means not zip or do the reverse of zipping. Here again we have three consonants in the middle, a vowel over here, a vowel over here. That gives us two syllables. And we're going to split it after the digraph. Keep that digraph together. So we have the word bath, mat. So a couple of these I did not mark because I wanted to use them as review. So I'm going to quickly not do all of these here, but a couple of them. Okay. The first one, you'll notice there's a bunch of words behind me. These are actually sentences that have been mixed up that we're going to straighten them out shortly. Okay, but first I want to go over a couple of these. So let's look at this word, and maybe you already can read it, but we're going to go ahead and look at how you would mark it. Okay. So we have this word here. You'll notice there's a vowel here and a vowel here, so that means we're probably going to have two syllables, and we have two consonants in the middle. Generally, unless we're dealing with a digraph, we're going to split between the two consonants, which would be here. So this is our first syllable, this is our second syllable. Now that they're separated, you might be able to recognize those pieces too. This is closed because there's a consonant after the vowel. This is closed because there's a consonant after the vowel, and this is actually a blend. So let's try and tap it out. Contest. So that's the word contest. If we say it, kind of quickly, the way we would typically do when we're talking. Contest. Here's a word that has a prefix, sort of. If you understand word origins, that will make more sense to you. Here's a vowel, here's a vowel, so we're probably going to have two syllables. We're going to split between the two consonants right here. So here's our first syllable and our second syllable. We tap it out, d, because it's closed. Closed syllable, closed syllable. Put that brev over it, and this is the way we say it. Disrupt. And perhaps you know the word disrupt means to make things get all chaotic. You disrupt the meeting means you come running in and say, oh, I have some emergency information or something. This word I wanted to show to you because there is the danger of seeing something like this and thinking, oh, well, it's an open syllable because there's no consonant at the beginning. But it's still closed because the consonant after the vowel. We have two vowels, so we're probably going to have two syllables. We have two consonants in the middle, so we're going to split it between those two consonants. That gives us our first syllable and our second syllable. So we tap it out. Ab, ab, and then we tap out the other part. S-e-nt. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put my brevs and my closed underneath. Absent, absent. Okay? Just to make sure that you're careful about that. So those are those words. What I'd like to do is look at a few that get tricky because they have a vowel consonant E syllable in them. Okay? They've marked the first one for you. So this is a closed syllable. This is a vowel consonant E syllable. That's how we show that. A V with a dash and then an E. That means it's a vowel consonant E, and you'll notice that with a vowel and the E is crossed. So if we tap this out, we read in, and the I is going to say its name, side, side, inside. All right? And if we didn't have that E, it would say insid. So when you're spelling words, you've got to remember, if I have a long vowel sound, why is it long? It might be a vowel team, but it might also be an E at the end. All right, so here's a few more on here. As you quickly look through, you might pick out some and tell what words they are. We're going to mark a couple of them just so that you see what that looks like. Okay? We'll try one that has the vowel consonant E at the end, and we'll try one that has it in the second syllable, and then we'll try one that has it in the first syllable. Okay? So here's our word. We see two vowels and an E at the end, which means that there's going to be a long vowel sound, and two consonants in the middle, so we're going to split it, and you might already recognize that word. So we have a blend at the beginning, two consonants. This is going to be closed syllable. You see there's a consonant right after the vowel, so that's going to be short. Over here, there's a consonant after the vowel, but notice something. There's an E after that. So the E is going to make the O say its name. And this is not a closed syllable. This one is called a V-E or vowel consonant E syllable. So when we tap it out, we get to the first syllable, flag, flag. And this one, the P, the P sound. The O sound is going to, or the O is going to say its name. So that's the O sound and L. So it's p-o, pole. Flagpole is the word. Okay? And you've got to remember you've got to look for all the letters just to see where the consonants are, the vowels are, if there's an E at the end, and so on. All right, now we're going to try one that has the vowel consonant E in the first syllable. That makes it a little bit more difficult. Okay? Now, if we look at this, it looks like there's three vowels, O, E, and U. But in this case, it's actually a compound word taking two words that are put together to make one. In this first part, there is a vowel consonant E. So this is going to be saying its name. It's going to make the long vowel sound. The E is silent. So this is our first syllable. It is a vowel consonant E syllable. This is our second syllable. It's a closed syllable. The U says it's short. So when we tap it out, we get rose, rose, bud, bud, rosebud, rosebud. So a rose, you know, is a flower. A rosebud is the beginning of the growth of the flower. It's all closed up and then it will open. We'll try one more. Actually, let me see. I want to make sure that I am not... Oh, that's the one I wanted to do. Okay. So here's the word. You're looking at all the letters, right? You have a vowel, and another vowel. But that vowel is at the end, and it's right after a consonant, which is right after a vowel. So in this case, it's going to be a vowel, consonant, E, syllable. So we're going to cross out the E. It's not going to say anything. We're going to put a long mark over the I. The I is going to say its name, I. And this is the syllable right here. We split between the two consonants. So it's not going to be a closed syllable. It's going to be vowel, consonant, E. Remember, the I is going to say its name. Over here, we have the E followed by a consonant. So it's going to be a closed syllable. So when we tap out this word, we get r, ep, rep, tile, reptile. So that's what it looks like, reptile. All right. And I wanted to make sure I did that word with you because it's in what we're going to do next. We will revisit this next week because I'm going to begin to introduce words that have a suffix s and another kind of tricky thing where there's a suffix es, and there's a specific rule about adding es. At any rate, let's go ahead and do this, okay? This is all one sentence, and right now it doesn't make any sense. I will read it to you. It says, Jane Cash Bank saves her in. That doesn't make sense. So we're going to try and figure out what would make sense with these set of words. So I gave you a little assistance. You know that the first word in a sentence like this has to begin with a capital letter. So if we look at all the words, there's only one word with a capital letter, and that's Jane. So we're going to have Jane be our first word in the sentence. So Jane, and then probably we want to put what she does, or an action, a verb. So let's look for a verb here. Cash is not a verb, that's a thing. Bank is not a verb, that's a thing. Saves, that's an action, that could be next. Her, not something you do. In, not something you do. So let's go ahead and put saves. Jane saves. All right, so now what does she save? What would make sense? Cash. Do we save cash? Yeah, sure we do. So let's try that there. Might not be right, but let's try it anyway. Jane saves cash. Jane saves cash bank. That doesn't make sense. Jane saves cash her. Not really. Jane saves cash in. Yeah, I think that would be making sense. Jane saves cash in bank, or in her. So let's try her. And look what I did. I gave you a little clue that this is going to be the last word because there's a period. And we know that every sentence ends with some kind of punctuation mark, whether it's a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. So this sentence ends with a period, and it says, Jane saves cash in her bank. That's a sensible sentence. And that's what we want. Let's try this one. The into squinted eye sunset. All right, remember I told you, I gave you a little clue. It's going to start with a capital letter. Let's look at all these words, and there's only one with a capital letter. It's I. So we're going to put I first. So I did something, so we want to pick a word that means something you do. Nope, not something you do. Into, nope, not something you do. Squinted, do you know what squinted means? I do it sometimes when I can't read my book because I don't have my glasses. Squinted. So that's something you can do. Sunset isn't something you can do either. And also I gave you a little clue with a period there. I squinted the the into sunset? That doesn't quite make sense. How about I squinted into the, this is our last word, sunset. I squinted into the sunset. That makes sense. All right, this one's a little bit longer, and I didn't give you a clue about what the last word is because I didn't put any punctuation on it. So we're gonna have to work that one out. All right. So here we have month, this, where, contest, the, is. I did give you a capital letter. So which word has the capital letter? Where. So we're going to put where first. Now you know that where, the WH words, it's a question, right? Where month, where this, where contest, where the, where is. Where is. Usually when we are asking a question about where, we usually follow with is. Where is month? Where is month? Where is this? Where is contest? Or where is the? Well, in this case, it's going to be where is the month? Do we often look for the month? Maybe if you were looking for a calendar. Where is the this? That doesn't make sense. Where is the contest? Yeah. Where is the contest month? Where's the contest month? Or where's the contest this month? That would be the end of your sentence. Where's the contest this month? And then you know we have to put some punctuation at the end of a sentence. We have to have a period or an exclamation point or question mark. What punctuation are we going to put at the end of that sentence? Where is the contest this month? Well, remember we said WH is a question word. So when we put a question word at the beginning, a question mark at the end. Where is the contest this month? That makes sense. All right, we're down to the last one. Little bathtub, the, in, is, reptile, a. I gave you another clue. Capital letter has to go at the beginning of the sentence. So we're going to put a. A what? A bathtub is a thing. A reptile is a thing. What should we put? How about we do a bathtub? Then what? A bathtub is little. Now that could be the. No, now we're running into problems. Then we have the in reptile in, or the in bathtub is little, the reptile in. That doesn't make sense. What could we change? How about, doesn't look like we've got much we can do with this bathtub. How about we try a reptile is, ooh, that looks pretty good. A reptile is little. That could be true, but we have more words. A reptile is what? I think a reptile is in the little bathtub. That works. Or we could put a little reptile is in the bathtub, which makes a little bit more sense. So what kind of punctuation are we going to put at the end? Is it a question? It doesn't sound like a question. It sounds like somebody's telling me something. And it doesn't, well, we could put an exclamation point. A little reptile's in the bathtub. But I'll be honest, I got this sentence from someplace and it wasn't said with an excited voice. So we're just going to add a period. Well, that was a lot of information for one day, but it's important. We have to be able to create sentences that are sensible and put words in the correct order. But anyway, that's enough for today. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.